So this is the definition of fitness. Very, very important. What is fitness? Evolutionary point of view, the fitness of a genotype is the average lifetime contribution of individuals of that genotype to the population after one or more generations measured at the same stage in the life history. It sounds complicated to understand. See, if you read it multiple times, you'll get the idea. The fitness of a genotype is an average lifetime contribution of individual of that genotype to the population after one or more generations measured at the same stage in the life history. So I'll explain the fitness even further. Let us slide. But you know one thing, that the phenotype dictates fitness and the genetic factors dictates phenotype. So genotype indirectly regulates fitness. On the other hand, there is one more thing, that is the environmental factors or environmental effects. Environmental effects also act on phenotype. We know that environmental parameters act on phenotype. Based on the environmental parameters, organisms alter their phenotype. And also environmental factors can alter the fitness of the organism. Directly or indirectly, it can alter the organism. So now we'll understand the fitness in more details here. Here we are seeing two examples, okay? Two genotypes. Basically, when we measure fitness, we are measuring fitness of a particular genotype. So here we are looking at two separate genotypes. We have genotype A and genotype B, okay? And imagine I told you two things. The fitness is this idea, fecundity rate, that is the number of eggs produced. That is the fecundity, the number of eggs or offsprings produced. Second thing is a person's survival to reproduction. So among the offspring that they can produce, what is the percentage that they will survive till their reproduction? Remember I told you these are the two factors. So factor 1, fecundity. Factor 2, person's survival to reproduction. Now for both the genotypes, if we compare, let's imagine that. So for A, the fecundity rate is 60. For B, fecundity rate is 40. That means if we solely measure fitness based on the number of eggs produced, then who has a better fitness? A than B. But that's not the sole constituent of fitness. The second thing is the person's survival to reproduction. It's a possibility that between A and B genotype, if A genotype is there, the organism will produce more egg, more offspring. But if you look at here, the person survival till reproduction for A is 0.05, B is 0.10, double. That means even though A is producing more eggs, but those offspring will not survive till their reproduction compared to B. B is producing less eggs, but more of those individuals are surviving till their reproduction. So what should we do to count fitness? Fitness for A genotype, 0.05 into 60, that will give us 3. And this one, 0.10 into 40, that will give us 4. Okay? So what value will get? 3 for fitness of genotype A, fitness for B would be 4. So the fitness of which genotype is better? B. Although you see that B has a less fecundity, but still the fitness is more. Okay? So here you can see in this particular picture, the population size and the generation between B and A. And now you see the graph for the B, the growth rate for the B as R equals 4 is much higher than for the genotype A, where R is equal to 3. So now there are some terms that you need to understand. R that we measure. R is per capita growth rate. Also equals to absolute fitness. Per capita growth rate is equal to absolute fitness of an organism. So fitness that we calculated can also be termed as per capita growth rate for that particular genotype or for that organism with that genotype. Okay? So once we know that is an absolute fitness, then there is another term called relative fitness. Absolute fitness and relative. So what is relative fitness? Relative fitness for A genotype equals to absolute fitness of A genotype divided by the highest absolute fitness. In this case, between genotype A and B, what is the genotype A's fitness? 3, B's fitness 4. So 3 is the absolute fitness for A, 4 is the absolute fitness for B. But now what is the relative fitness for A? That is the absolute fitness for A divided by the highest absolute fitness between the two. What is the highest value? 4. That is the value 0.75. Highest. So this will become the relative fitness for A, 0.75. What about the relative fitness for B? 4 by 4, isn't it? Because the absolute fitness for B is 4 divided by the highest absolute fitness, 4, that will give us 1. Right? The value of 1 is 4. So this is the idea that you need to understand. Okay? The idea of fitness, the idea of absolute fitness, relative fitness. And you can term the absolute fitness as per capita growth rate. Okay? Now, when we talk about selection, natural selection or man-made selection, the genotypes from mutation and recombination express differential survival and reproduction. Selection is done by genotype alterations. The selections are done based on what? Based on change in the frequencies, the genotypic alterations. Then only selected, because if we talk about the natural selection, the natural selection can be towards one particular extremity of a property, right? And when we see extremity, that is a phenotypic factors, but they are actually governed by the genotype, right? So one particular extreme selection or both the extreme selection or stabilizing selection for the median. Human actions on economically important plant or animal populations are known as artificial selection. So when you select yourselves based on your idea, based on people's idea of selecting something, and the people's idea of selecting something what is known as man-made, so any other say aesthetic or any other affection-based selection. Environmental conditions acting on wild plant or animal population species known as natural selection. So natural selection, artificial selection, selection by genotype alteration, anyway, selection can be done, but selection when observed in a broad scale, when we see it based on the morphology, but actually is regulated by the genotypes. Now the most fit will be selected, right? Most fit means genotype or phenotype with greater average reproductive output over its lifespan, then other genotype or phenotype will be selected. So when I say most fit organism will be selected, that means what? Genotype or phenotype with greater average reproductive output or greater per capita growth rate, those will be selected. Okay? So in a competition of selection, because we all are into this competition. If we are living in the environment, we are all under that competition. So any species with greater per capita growth rate are most fit. So they will be selected. Selected naturally, or if you're looking at any other sort of selection, I'll be based on that itself. So survival and reproductive output, sum of all genetic processes and genetic environmental interactions for each individual is determined, and the survival and reproductive output can be finalized. And there are these 3 terms that you need to remember. Fitness is relative reproductive output. Fecundity is reproductive output only. Viability is the probability of survival from egg to the adult. And fitness can be counted as viability plus fecundity. Keep this in your mind. Okay? So fitness is always viability plus fecundity. Fitness can also be per capita growth rate. Same thing, equals to viability plus fecundity. Viability, probability of survival from egg to the adult. Fecundity, reproductive output. Okay? Or reproductive success. So this portion you need to remember. Fitness, still fitness is very important to understand, and also Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is very important because you'll get question from Hardy-Weinberg or fitness.